guys, now, Shingeki no Kyojin, man. Every chapter, it's just like, yes, we're getting questions answered, and then more questions come up. It's just like, this is Attack on Titan. It's just so much questions, and then you think it gets answered, but then it brings up more questions. So I had to write some stuff down on this chapter, Shingeki no Kyojin, chapter 71, and this chapter was amazing. It was very good. It was basically centered on Shadis, and I didn't necessarily think he was going to become such, well, not a key character, but he was going to get such characterization. I honestly forgot about him for some time, but it's just mad because it's just like, it started from the beginning. I don't know how to explain it, but it's tied down. Everything's affected. It's like Grisha. All of this with Grisha, it's like affected everyone pretty much. It's like everyone that Grisha's talked to in that, they all know something. So obviously, like, Eren probably knows a bit more if he looks back in his memories, because he's got Grisha's memories in him. So in this chapter we find out that it's like a polar opposite kind of thing. It's not a slap in the face. It's just like, I didn't see it coming. I didn't necessarily think Shadis was going to be was a man with conflicting theories of like inferiority. I'll probably pronounce that wrong, like, sorry. And conflicting theories of like feelings of being like unloved and that. So we find out that Grisha, because that Shadis and Grisha, they've known each other from like 20 years ago and stuff like that. And we find out that Grisha was a man on the outsides of the walls. That Grisha was actually he was found. We don't know if he was been there all this whole time. We don't know if he was inside before and then he was on the outside. But I believe he was on the outside of the walls, and that was the first time him coming in, because he didn't really know anything about human civilization, and his part of his memory was lost. He didn't know much of his memory, and I'm wondering if that's got to do with the shifting, the Titan shifting, or if it's got to do with the Rice, like the Rice family, and how they've got the ability to wipe people's memories. So it might be something like that. I do not know. Possibly is, because I think in this chapter Grisha was talking about the Rice family anyway. So we know that Grisha's a shady guy, because he was saying he doesn't remember some of this, but he remembers some stuff. So he remembered his name, and he remembered that he used to be a doctor. And the way he said it, it was like from a past event. So maybe I'm wondering if this has got to do with the villages that Reiner and Bertolt were talking about. If Grisha came from a village like that. I don't know if Grisha came from the same village. Maybe there's multiple villages, or maybe Grisha was just like Ymir. I believe Grisha came from the village, to be fair. I don't think Grisha was like Ymir, who was just a wandering titan. Honestly, don't think that. I think Grisha's got to do with the monkey titan, like the one that talks, because they look similar, and I believe that Grisha's Titan form can talk as well. And if that is so, maybe there's a whole village of Titans that can talk. Maybe there's different set of villages for different type of Titans, kind of thing. That might be true. I truly do not know. But there was one thing which actually picked up my interest, what Grisha said. Grisha said, you're not fighting, are you? And obviously, the way Grisha said it, he seemed shocked. Grisha was just like, oh no, you're not fighting. Like, you're not fighting Titans. And if Grisha, the way Grisha said it, obviously Grisha didn't want fighting, so you could take it at face value about just like whole of pacifism and all that kind of stuff. But I wrote some couple of notes down, and Grisha might not have wanted them to fight because obviously he was a Titan who turned human. So if he was that, there's different ones. There's like Eren, who was a human who can turn Titan. There was Titans who ate a Titan shifter to become human. So it might be like that. That's what I think Grisha was. I think Grisha was a Titan which ate a Titan shifter to become human. And if he's saying it like that, he's obviously saying it because he doesn't want his own people to get killed. Or there's another theory which I have, and I think this might be more true. Like, it might be more legit. And I think it's the true purpose of humanity is not to rid the world of the Titans. That you need the Titans. That you can't just keep killing them. It's like you disrupt imagine disrupting the food chain, but like imagine it to like a whole nother degree. Like it's not killing Titans, because if you kill the Titans, the humans die. I think it's like they might have a common ancestor, they might have got like, they've got maybe a link in the species, but I truly think there's something more than that, and I don't know what it is, because I still need to think. There is something more about the Titans and humans. They've got something, there's a link, and I truly do not know what it is so far, but there's something about dreams, and there's something about always remembering, and something with time. So that's what I truly do not know about that, to be fair. But we find out a bit more with Eren, and we find, I didn't know this, but that's amazing how Eren met Grisha after the mother died. I thought, because we saw the flashback like in the anime, I remember the flashback, Eren was just like, why are you crying and that, and Grisha was just like, this is for your family or something. Remember, returned back to the cellar, and he injected him with obviously the serum kind of, the injection. And I necessarily thought that was before the mother died. I thought that was when Eren was younger, but it was straight after. So, obviously, the prime key was Grisha was wanting to do it out of revenge. And this is what makes me think, did Grisha even love Carla? Because I'm starting to believe that Grisha only married Carla just to create an offspring. And the reason I think that is because at the end of this chapter, Eren was just like, I'm not special, I'm just the son of a special person. So, I'm guessing, obviously Grisha is a special person. Grisha only married Carla so that he could produce special offspring, or offspring which can carry, like, become a Titan shifter. So this gives him more theories. I don't think you can necessarily become a Titan shifter. I believe you have to be related to, like, your father or your parent. They have to be, you have to have the Titan power within them for you to eat them to become a Titan shifter. It might be something like that. I'm just giving a lot of theories on that, but the way, as I was saying, yes, the way Grisha wasn't even sad. That's the thing, and that's what I was shocked by. He was even more. Shadis was more sad of Carla dying, and that's why you obviously know, because Shadis did love Carla. And the way Shadis felt, Shadis was obviously hurt, because I don't think Carla even realised. So that's why Shadis actually manipulated what's his name, Eren's kind of what's it called, 3D maneuvering gear. I was one of the guys. I'm gonna have to admit, I was one of the guys who just thought the minute it just happened. Like, I was one of the guys that I didn't really read between the lines. I didn't delve in. I was one of those noobs who I'm joking. We're not noobs. We're special. We're special. I was one of the guys who thought like the maneuvering gear was just, you know, it was just broken. I thought it was broken. I didn't really think someone manipulated it, but we find out that Shadis manipulated it because he wanted Eren to live a normal life. And Shadis even said himself, Shadis was just like, you've got those unbearing fangs from your father. So we obviously know Shadis didn't approve of what Grisha meant. And the way Shadis is saying this, Shadis is saying that he's not special, he's not a man that can help anything with humanity. I truly think he knows more, because the way he's saying it is the way he says, he obviously knew Grisha's aim, because he was just like, you've got that unbearing look from your father. He must have known something about Grisha. So that's why he must have, but from hearing Carla's wish of Eren's being special just by being born into the world, not by doing something. That's why Shadis manipulated the 3D maneuvering game, because Shadis only wanted Eren to live a normal life, and Shadis did not want Eren to carry out revenge from Grisha. Shadis just wanted Eren just to live a normal life, but he couldn't even do anything, and that's what was so deep and meaningful when he said at the end of the chapter that he was just a bystander that couldn't even change a thing. And that's why himself, he gave up his title of the commander and gave it to Erwin. So I love this chapter. It was very, what's the word, interesting. There's more stuff to talk about, like, you could talk about it for hours, about Grisha, about being behind the walls, where did he come from, and everything. But I truly do not know, so please tell me your theories about Grisha. What do you think about Grisha? About, like, is he a Titan shifter? Was he like Ymir, a wandering Titan around the wall? Did he come from a village? Like, what is it? For some reason, I wrote something down. I said, I think there's a divide between the village and the world within the walls. Like, the walls like Wolmaria, pardon me, and all the people that live in the walls, there must be, and like the villagers, they sound, the way everyone's been talking about it, it sounds so far away, it sounds so distant. Like, I'm not necessarily saying it's in another dimension. I don't know if Attack on Titan's going to do anything like that, but it sounds so distant. I don't know how to explain it, but like another realm, because Attack on Titan, and I just realised it myself, it's got a lot of themes, and it's got a lot of implications of Norse mythology, because at the start when Armin was just like fields of ice and rivers of fire, fields of ice, that's Jotunheim. from Norse mythology. That's the realm of the ice demons and all that kind of stuff. If any of you guys know about Norse mythology, or if you just know about Thor, where is he? This guy up. If any of you guys know about this guy up here, Thor. But you know, as I was saying, yeah, so it might have a bit of stuff from Norse mythology. I do not know. If it does, then I'm obviously going to look back at Norse mythology just to check, because it might have some answers. But looking at Norse mythology a couple of minutes ago, like, not a couple of minutes ago, like 2 weeks ago, it did have some, it did link some stuff up with Attack on Titan, what people have said within the series. So I truly do not know. So tell me your thoughts in comments below about this chapter. How did you find it? Did you like the character development of Shadis? And how we found out more about Grisha, and how he used to be, he lived outside the walls. That was very interesting, and there's obviously a lot of more stuff to talk about, but this is, you know, I truly don't know. I don't know all the answers. Hell no, I don't know. I don't know much of it, man. Like, you guys, give me some theories. What do you think? So, this is Shingeki no Kyojin. Tell me your thoughts, comments below. Subscribe for monthly reviews of Shingeki no Kyojin. I'll see you next month for 72, and this was amazing. See ya.